Also, because we have this high regard for marriage, we teach our kids to respect sex in marriage. Listen, you need to have the sex talk with your kids. Because what happens is, if they find out about sex on the playground and not from you, then the kids on the playground are going to be the authority on sexuality for the rest of their life, not you. What you want to do is, because you have such a high regard for marriage, you want to have the sex talk with your kids. You want to explain things to them. You want to give them the truth about that. A truth that the friends on their playground can't give them and that pornography can't give them. I'm just talking to you as your pastor today. You have a high regard for marriage. Establish yourself as the authority in their life. Be sure they're the first one. Also, don't empower your teenagers to make bad decisions. Have a curfew for them. Listen, most of the time that teenagers lose their virginity is in 2 times of the day. It's either from the time they get home to school and when their parents get home from work, or it's any time after 10 o'clock to 1 in the morning. Listen, you can eliminate those times and you can empower your kid to keep them from making decisions that they will regret. They will give you fits on the front side, but they will thank you later on. Listen, don't let your daughters dress like prostitutes. Listen, sometimes I see folks and they bring their daughters in and I'm like, what are you trying to do? Dangle them out in front of folks? Putting a target on their back. Listen, and they will fight you harder over that than anything possible. But you want to protect them because you have a high regard for marriage, not just for yours, but for their potential marriage and for their kids. And you're fighting for your legacy. And you want to have the sex talk with them. And you want to protect them. And you don't let them hang out at the house by themselves. You don't have to be James Dobson. But let me tell you something. I know it sounds harsh. But I've been working with teenagers for 20 years, through being a pastor of a church. And 75% of the battle of having teenagers on fire for God is bad parenting.